So most of our life, first and foremost, I'd say always take God with you. Always, wherever you're going, take God with you. Lean on Him, ask Him for advice, pray to Him, realize that He's with you every step of life, wherever it leads you. I don't want to segue, but I mean, I personally had I lived through 9/11. The second plane went through my floor in 9/11. So as I was on the way down, so this is something I live with every day. There's really 17 minutes separating me from being on that floor and not. So it's something I try to live with every day. So along those lines, also, have long-term goals, but also look at the short term.
It's the Health in the Real World podcast. It's time to start the show with Chris Janke as your host. Here to give you everything that you need when it comes to fitness strategies. We keep it simple and easy. It's your roadmap to get healthy. You don't need equipment and you don't need a gym. Just the right strategies to get you fit and trim. It's the Health in the Real World podcast. It's time to start the show with Chris Janke as your host. Here to give you everything that you need when it comes to fitness strategies. We keep it simple and easy. It's your roadmap to get healthy. You don't need equipment and you don't need a gym. Just the right strategies to get you fit and trim.
The Health in the Real World podcast is sponsored by...
Hi everyone, Moshe here from Jumping to Shape online fitness program. Guess what? You can do 33 days. You get 2 weighted jump ropes. You get 25 live classes a week. You get 600 recordings. There's really no reason not to do it. Sign up, jumpingshape.com. You can try for 30 days, no question asked. I will see you there.
Hello and welcome to Health in the Real World. I'm Chris Janke and I'm joined today with Moshe Moskowitz. He's the founder and lead trainer for Jump Into Shape, an online fitness program for men and women of all ages. Jump Into Shape engages their members through a personal touch, jumping rope, Pilates, yoga, bodyweight training, and the weekly and monthly challenges push members to reach beyond their goals. So Moshe, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, it's an honor. Thank you so much, Chris.
Absolutely. Tell me a little bit about yourself that I didn't get to in the introduction.
Sure.
Who are you? What do you do? Who do you help?
Okay, so really, this all got started because for like most people, I was just looking to lead a healthier life. Very simply, that I have health issues, not me personally, but my family, family history, and I said, let me start exercising a little. Let me start jump roping. And one thing led to another. Literally, very quickly, within a few years, I was teaching classes. The benefits I saw, I said other people could benefit. And that led to 2 classes in person before COVID to 25 classes online a week now. And really what I try to do more than anything is yes, I lead the classes and we have people, but really I just try to motivate people. Just try to motivate people to understand the benefits of health and realize that they could reach their goals, and that it's good to have long-term goals and have a step-by-step plan to reach it and not get overwhelmed, and just do your best.
Right. What was it specifically about jumping rope that really appealed to you back when you first started getting into this?
Right. That's great. It's literally when I started, I was looking around the house. I'm like, what can I do? What can I do that's easy, that's efficient? And I found like a kid's a kid's jump rope, and I used that for a little while. Then I found heard about cross rope, which is the best way to jump ropes to my knowledge in the world, and I started using them. And in the first year, on my own, just jumping 3 times a week for 10 minutes a time, I ended up losing 14 pounds. I didn't need to. I went from like 182 to 168. I didn't need to lose anything. I just found it's a very, very efficient workout. It works the entire body. It's cardio, it's muscular, especially with the weighted ropes. And the best part about it is you can bring it everywhere. I always joke that I don't know about you, but I've never seen anyone pack their weights or their stationary bike into the car when they travel. The jump ropes are very easy. You can see them in the background. You roll it up, you put it in a bag, you bring your mat to jump on, and literally you could be anywhere. I've actually there's one person in particular. She's, I think, joined our classes, I think, from 5 different countries. Literally, wherever she is, she joins live. She's like, and she sends you a picture afterwards, just in case I didn't believe her, which I did anyway.
That's awesome. So she's just traveling the world and checking in online and
I
jumping
mean,
rope
all you
with you
need
guys.
is the jump ropes. You need your connection, and you're online.
Wow, this is cool. I want to reiterate what you said. So you did 3 workouts a week for only 10 minutes each time.
That's it. I was working at school, and the gym was only used the latter part of the day, and I said, you know what? Everyone needs breaks in the work. No one can work all day.
Right.
So what better break is it to exercise for 10 minutes? You feel energized, and you come back to work. And yeah, and that's all. And every year I go back to the doctor. I check I'm like, did I really do that? I keep telling people that. He's like, yeah. And the funny thing is, after a few years of working on him, my doctor's son now is in our program.
Wow. So I have a testimonial of a friend of mine going into high school. So I played basketball in high school, and he, as an eighth grader, he was always very skinny and very lean.
Right.
And he used a weighted jump rope every day for the whole summer in between eighth grade and freshman year. And when he came back, I swear this guy just looked like he had been living in the weight room. His shoulders were just bulging out.
I believe it.
It was a heavy rope, and when the rope's swinging around, you got that
Right.
centrifugal force. I think it was like a 5 pound rope. I mean,
We have one over here in the back room.
it was heavy. It was heavy. So and it changes your form, right? You have to go slower because you can't whip that rope around as fast as you
Right.
can a regular jump rope.
Right.
Yeah, anybody watching this who has never tried a weighted rope, you guys have like a half a pound, or it's like even a quarter pound, right?
Right. So people start with a quarter pound and a half pound, and then people integrate the 1 and 2 pounds. So for like our beginner classes, most people are using light ropes, and then people go to the 1, and then they take the plunge at 2, and only a few have the 3 and 4. But it definitely works every part of the body. Like I feel like I have more muscle mass than ever in my life, and I have not lifted a weight in probably 20 years.
Wow. Yeah, it's incredible. So wait, how many you said you have 25 classes a week. How many do you teach personally?
Too many. I teach. I think I'm up to 16 or 17. So
Wow.
I just keep adding them. And my wife's like, "Why are you adding this class?" So like the latest one I added was a 10:35 class, a 12-minute class
Okay.
on Wednesday night. And in the first 2 weeks we had 9 people, and then we had 7 last night. And it was 7 people from I think 6 different cities. So
That's great.
yeah, those are the really when I see that people are joining from all over, it's really it's amazing. It's also the great thing about the jump roping is it's for people of all different levels.
Yeah.
So people who are really advanced, they'll use say heavy ropes or they'll do double unders, and then they'll have new people who are just like yesterday I had someone who these are one of those stories that are just like I tell over and over again. It's so amazing. Someone joined our free 30 days recently, and I contacted people. Why don't you have a tutorial? And he's like, well, I've never exercised in my life. So I said, fine. So I'll work with you one-on-one for the whole 30 days. Our goal is to get you to do a 12-minute class.
Yeah.
And literally, he never did a push-up. He never jump roped. And we went from that to 30 days. Now he's doing a 12-minute class. And yesterday, I think he told me he got about 20 seconds in a row without making an error.
That's great.
And that's those are the stories. It's like that's why I try to bring to Jump Into Shape is really trying to make sure each person gets what they need on their level. I mean, because last night before the 2 hours before the 10:35 class, we had the one class I quote unquote selfishly have for myself. It's the 20-minute intense class.
Wow, 20 minutes.
But it's intense. That class, there's no stretching or warm up. You have to do it on your own.
Yeah.
And there's only one 20-second break.
Wow.
So we went from in the beginning of class, we were using a 2-pound rope for 50 seconds at a time. And then at the end, we were doing double unders with a quarter-pound rope. So it's, my wife is like, why do you do that class? I'm like, because you know what? I need to do one class for myself. But there are other people that join. There's one guy that joins almost every week. So we really try to battle each other.
That's cool. Well, speaking of your wife, how is the rest of your family sort of integrated into the jump rope? Like your wife, your kids, maybe even extended family. Are the rest of your family, are they kind of engaged as well?
Well, yeah. So my wife got very engaged because when we started the women's classes, someone was teaching, and then we wanted to bring someone else in, or whatever. So I said to my wife, you've been jumping for a year. Why don't you start teaching classes? She's like, do I have to? I said, you kind of have to. So she teaches in her quote spare time, which there really is none.
Right.
Thank God, with all the kids and her working full time, she manages to teach 1 or 2 classes. We have other female trainers, but if they're away, I always have her on backup, which is nice.
Yeah.
Then our daughter, who is in 10th grade, at one point she was teaching a class for girls 10 to 11-year-olds, or 9 to 11-year-olds
Oh, that's
weekly. And that kind of fizzled out when COVID kind of ended, but she was teaching that, and she actually does 2 or 3 classes a week. And then the other ones have come in and out. One, we have not convinced to jump rope yet, so we're still working on her.
Got it.
But it's also funny that sometimes I'll be in the studio teaching classes, and because it's in the house, it's convenient for me. But I'm in the middle of a class, and they'll come down like asking me math questions or something. I'm like in the middle of like a hard set. I'm like, what's going on? Everything okay? Yeah. How do you solve this problem? Like, yeah, okay.
That's how you know your math is really good if you can do it while you're jump roping and your heart
Yeah,
rate's through the roof.
exactly. So it makes it challenging, but it makes it fun. And so the whole family is like all, in one way or another, they're all invested into jumping shape. They're all, and the funniest, the most popular joke in the house is they'll say to me, Abba, that's Abba's Hebrew for father. Abba, you don't really exercise so much. Why don't you try this program, Jump Into Shape? They recycle that joke every week.
Yeah, I bet. Gotta give dad a hard time.
Exactly.
Well, I want to go back to what you said. You mentioned COVID. So now that a lot of the COVID protocols have been lifted, do you guys have any plans for like doing in person? Like, are you going to meet at a park or anything like that? Or are you going to keep it
Right.
just online only?
So I think just online, 2 reasons. One is, like I mentioned, when we have people joining from different 3 reasons really, different cities. It's really amazing.
Right, true.
People could all come together at the same time. That's first. Second, also for religious reasons, I can't teach classes in front of women. So with the online, they're able to have the video off that they could join, and also we have women's only classes. And then the other reason is they're just people that don't want to work out in public. They only want to work out. I mean, they don't want to leave their house, so they like the convenience, and also they like to have the video off. They want to they want the people to see them exercising. So for all these reasons, and it's working. And I mean, even the numbers are growing, more people are joining. So I don't know if there's a reason. I mean, I hope to have like one-offs here and there just to introduce people to the program, but not on a steady basis. Just 10 people get together, let's have a one-person class. Now sign up and come online.
Right. Gotcha. Well, you're doing a great job trying to get me in. I'm very busy. I'm going to get into some classes. I got the ropes
I'll
in the
hound you.
mail.
Once I have permission, I know you a little better. I'll start to hound you. Don't worry.
Exactly. Well, your setup is great. Like you had the ropes to my house within just like a week or so, and it was just very efficient, very good. Those ropes are amazing. They are very high quality ropes. I've been jumping rope, like I said, since playing basketball in high school, and I've never seen jump ropes like that. Like they're very good quality.
They'll last forever. If you use them on mat, I'm not kidding. They'll last forever.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
And what you were saying, I also think that's what people have been attracted to Jump in Shape, is just the personal touch. Like I got a text message from one woman last week, and she said, my friend wants to know, am I only one in the program because I get so much attention? And
Right.
I said, I teach 16 classes a week. Thank God we have 4 kids. And even with all the teachers at class, I spend more time contacting people to come to the classes. So I mean, I get messages. This person's like, "Oh, I love you so much." I'm like, "Yeah, because I'm bothering you, but you haven't done a class yet this week."
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, that's a really good way to run any business, right? Make every customer think that they're your only customer.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It takes a lot of time and energy, but that's what I think people really value. They want to know that someone's holding them accountable, especially when it comes to exercise, because it's so easy. Even back in the day when you had to drive to a gym, you could come up with so many excuses. So now that you don't have to drive, people still want excuses not to work out. So if they know they're being held accountable, and we try to do that with different ways. Like right now, we're actually in the midst. This is a really fun contest. We started a contest with 25 teams, and each teammate the first week had to exercise with jump and shape classes, only 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And the jackpot, I think we started at $15. So every week, if you do the 10 minutes, it goes up by 5 minutes, and the jackpot goes up by $5. And the
Oh,
jackpot will be not split, but each team member will get the jackpot. So we're in week number 14. There are 9 or 10 teams left. They're doing 75 minutes a week, and it's at like $135 or something.
wow.
So, and it's motivating. And one thing I'm not sure about yet is it more motivating when you're related to the teammate or when you don't know them at all? So people have told me it's like the latter because you don't want to let down someone you don't know. You just feel
True.
bad. Like, if it's your wife, you just say like, listen, honey, I don't want to do it today,
Right.
And like, but when it's a teammate you don't really know, you like, so like, if you feel bad, because they did their 75 minutes and here you are like, I really can't do it this week.
Yeah.
So,
I think I think you're onto something. It's interesting. You're like kind of studying human behavior because I see that with my kids too. I also have 4 kids, and they will misbehave in front of me, and they'll, everybody else tells me, "Oh my gosh, your kids are so well behaved," and I'm like, "Wait, you're talking about my kid?"
Exactly.
We don't want to disappoint the strangers, or we don't know exactly how somebody that we don't know is going to react, so we have to sort of pull it in a little bit.
Right.
That's funny.
It's funny because also our kids, they'll fight in front of us, but somehow when they're left alone, they don't fight.
Yeah.
Only when
There's
we're
the
there.
attention. There's a little bit of attention seeking, right? They want mom and dad's attention.
Exactly.
So, yeah, for sure. Yeah, kids are very interesting, but little microcosms of human behavior, and I think you are onto something because it is, like you said, jump rope is very simple. It's like, you gave the secret the first minute, right? You said you jumped rope 3 times a week for 10 minutes each, right? That's the secret. But the trick is like you actually have to do it, right? A lot of people don't bother to do it.
Right. And again, that's why I'm here to help people. I'm here to motivate them and try to encourage them. And it's like you said, it can't get more easier. Like, if people want, we say, listen, we'll give you 30 days. There's nothing. We give you all the equipment. We give you a mat, and you just have to do it. You have to do it. But we try to send out reminders, and and it's also hard because when someone new joins, it's kind of a relationship. So I don't know the person that well, so I don't know how much they want the messages, how much they don't. So like the people who've been with me for like years, those people, I'm very blunt. I'll text them and say like just seriously, like, what are you doing? And they're like, okay, I'm gonna try to join this week.
Right.
Like, one of our the longest standing members, like he did a class last Sunday, and I said to him, like, how many texts did it take you to get this class? I go, it was 3 weeks. He's like, about 15. But every time I send a text, and he said, I can't come, he would say, but don't stop bothering me.
Right.
Because like my wife said, like you said about human behavior. My wife said, if they were to stop their membership, I have someone who hasn't come in like 5 months, and like I'm like, I'll stop, whatever. If you're done, you're done. It's okay. I don't have hard feelings.
Yeah.
And my wife said, but if that person says stop my membership, then they've given up on themselves.
Yeah.
Like they want to hold on to the hope that they are going to get back into it, that they are going to work out every time. That whatever's stopping them now will hopefully pass. But also I think what's also been and this was actually surprising about jump rope. I didn't know this at all when I started. That people find it very fun.
Yeah.
They find it like very fun. Like, it's fun because it's you're moving and you could do the fancy stiff footwork, and it's challenging to try to push yourself. Can I go for half a minute? Can I go for a minute straight? Can I do this next thing? I mean, we have a woman who this was her language. The exact quote was, "Her and cardio never got along."
Yeah.
And she called us one night. And she said, I just went to, last night I had her daughter's bat mitzvah, and I was able to dance the whole night. And this never would have happened if I hadn't come to your classes. And I actually checked before I came on today. She did her 200th class yesterday.
Wow.
So this is someone who never liked working out. And also I just want to say that the quote unquote jump roping classes, they're usually about 2/3 jump roping and 1/3 body weight. Okay. So this way we really work the whole body, with push-ups and planks and not sit-ups, but twists and Russian twists and running over the rope, all different things to really make a full body workout.
Yeah.
And add to the fun. Sometimes when I started, I was doing 45 minutes straight to jump rope, and I think people got a little bored of it. You need something to break it up.
Right. Definitely. Agreed. Well, we're coming a little bit close to the end already, but we want to go really big picture. I want to give you a chance to give your motivational speech to, let's say you're the keynote speaker at a corporation, or maybe the commencement speaker at a graduation. What are you going to tell those people on big picture principles on how to get the most out of life?
Okay, that's a good, deep question. Okay, so most of our life, first and foremost, I'd say always take God with you. Always, wherever you're going, take God with you. Lean on Him, ask Him for advice, pray to Him, realize that He's with you every step of life, wherever it leads you. I don't want to segue, but I mean, I personally had I lived through 9/11. The second plane went through my floor on 9/11. So as I was on the way down, so this is something I live with every day. There's really 17 minutes separating me from being on that floor and not. So it's something I try to live with every day. So along those lines, also, have long-term goals, but also look at the short term. When the day starts, say, what do I want to plan out today? What do I want to try to accomplish? And along those lines, realize that in your short and long-term goals, there are going to be failures. You're going to fail, and sometimes you're going to fail big, sometimes you're going to fail small. The most important thing is when you fail, also talk to God and ask for help, but get up. Someone who falls and is not able to get up, they'll never be successful in whatever you're trying to do. If it could be exercise, it doesn't matter. So set the goals, realize you're going to fail, and when you fail, get up as soon as you can and move forward.
Perfect. Great message. Absolutely. Well, how do people get in touch with you online? What are your websites, social media?
So the easiest way is just jumpintoshape.fun. Jumpintoshape.fun, and .com was taken. So I said, wow, .fun, that sounds really good.
That does sound good.
Jumpintoshape.fun. And if anyone's interested, like I said, you could see what we have. You could, for 30 days, you could try it. And even people say to me, what happens if I'm not going to join after 30 days? I said, okay, I don't care. Try the 30 days. Have fun for 30 days. And then we'll still be friends afterwards, I promise.
Right. Nice. Well, that is a great offer. 30 days on the house. So yeah, that's great. Jumpintoshape.fun, again, is the website. Yeah. Everybody go check it out. You will get a beautiful set of ropes, very durable. And like you said, they last forever. So I really appreciate you joining me today on Health in the Real World. And best of luck to you. We'll definitely be in touch as I join you very soon, I promise, in the class.
Three classes tonight.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you, Chris. Really, it's been an honor. Thank you. Have a great day.
All right. Great. That was awesome.
Okay.
Got that.
Thanks for listening to the Health in the Real World show. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below. Visit mycorebalance.com to learn more.